Hey everybody, welcome to Sneks On Chain, the first ever live stream to be going on right now. It's such a great time to have you guys here with us. There's going to be a lot here to discuss. So first off and foremost, thank you everybody here. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing, and make sure you're going ahead and getting your friends involved here for Sneks On Chain. We have a lot to discuss. We have a lot of things to go ahead and bring down. Swaggins, how are you doing today, buddy?
Dude, I'm doing fantastic. I'm really excited. Hello, anybody who's watching right now. We've been working on this for a little while. We've been cooking. We've been in the lab. We've been doing a lot of stuff. We really believe in the ecosystem. We're really invigorated by the Snek community and the creativity. And so we said, hey, what can we do to further this and to make it more dynamic and to kind of keep creating and keep challenging ourselves? And so here we are. On screen, on video, for your viewing pleasure. We're here to bring you some really exciting information about a project that's been building on this chain, in this ecosystem for a while now. They've got a lot going on, and we're really excited to tell you more about that and to bring them on to tell you more about that. But before we do, I think there's some really cool things to talk to the people about regarding Snek and what's going on with Snek.
Yeah, so first things first, I definitely want to go ahead and talk about the Cardano chart that's been going on right now. It seems like we're going up by 5%. We're currently at 48 cents. So I think ever since a certain project kind of left the ecosystem, it was down 42. And now there's a really nice recovery going up 48 cents right now. But it's making some really good strides here. So on to the next one. I know that we had this discussion here in the Snek community about the Reddit. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go into Reddit. We have the Snekcoin ADA Reddit on there. We only have 277 members. We might want to go ahead and ramp that up a little bit because we definitely get behind the new Matt Maher video. If you guys haven't know about Matt Maher, he just went on ahead and joined the Snek team. Make sure you guys go ahead and like and subscribing to his content. He does really good content, almost 1 million subscribers, and got really, really great stuff to go ahead and share out. So yeah, make sure you guys are going ahead and doing that, and make sure to, on to the next one will be the snek.com. Make sure you go checking out snek.com. If you haven't already, the last staking was over in the last Snek staking was for the 6 months right now. So 6 months, 182 days left. Seems that 5.1 billion Snek has been staked so far. So that's really good, really healthy. 7 months was just done not too long ago. 10 months is going to be done in 82 days. So make sure you guys are keeping track on that. And then next on the list will be the Snek price chart going on right now. So we're kind of going up and down between the 0.002 and 0.00234, around that range. So I mean, we're doing really, really well, which is great. Then the next one, we have this meme thing that's going on right now. It's a little meme competition between us and Cock Inu. In the next 2 weeks, we're going to be going ahead and having a fight with Cock Inu over at the karate place over in Austin, Texas. Make sure you go ahead and check that out. So Snek has a little competition going on right now for 1 million Snek, a surprise, using the hashtag Snek Smackdown. So Snek Smackdown is the hashtag you want to use to go ahead and participate in this little 1 million Snek giveaway. So there's actually a couple from here that are actually pretty funny. You know, you should definitely go ahead and tell me which ones you like the most right over here, Swaggins, because they're killing it right now.
They are killing it, man. It's not hard, honestly. Their mascot is a cock. And not even a majestic one. It's a standard cock, and this isn't a cockfight, right? You don't bring a cock to a gunfight, okay? And I see nothing but cannons, you know, coming from the Snek side of the ring. I know that if I had money to bet, I would certainly bet it on Snek's corner, but I'm broke because I am a crypto degen. I can't even pronounce degen properly.
We're all pretty much crypto degens at heart. And speaking of crypto degens, we do have our fighter who is Nick, Cyborg Nick. This is a video of him right He's getting ready for the fight in 2 weeks. It seems like he's doing really good. He's doing a lot of really great techniques. You can look at those cows, man. Very well built. Last video I saw, it was him and his trainer. They were going ahead and running around the beachside area. He seems like he's very, he looks very confident. He looks very well built. He's ready for this fight. It looks like he's very ready for this fight.
Yeah, I'm confident. I don't know anything about fighting. That's not true. I did some karate once. No, I did taekwondo and McMaps, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Marine Corps style, and some boxing, but no mixed martial arts. So kudos to them. Hats off, especially the bare knuckle boxers. But yeah, he's looking strong. Honestly, I was kind of worried a few months ago. I was like, he's looking lean, but he's looking strong. He's looking like he's planting really solid. And I think this isn't going to just be a silly fight. I think this is actually going to be something where both contenders, bring their A game. They bring their passion and their focus. And I'm really hoping that they put on such a good show that there's a round 2. Honestly, I don't even want there to be like a clear winner one way or the other. I think that this would be fun if it drags out, if we get a stalemate out of it. I don't know. Maybe someone throws a banana peel in the ring and they have to call it early. And they do a recount, but the machines don't work, and so they send both of the fighters to jail. But anyways, enough of that. Womp womp womp.
Oh my goodness! I'll tell you what, though, this is going to be huge publicity here for Snack, though, because despite how the fight's going to turn out, there's a lot of people are going to be tuning into this fight. I don't know if anybody here has seen the BitBoy fight. That was going wild. That was trending all over crypto Twitter. We're going to see a huge trend going on for Snack as well between Snack and Cock Eno. It's going to be a very interesting fight. I think you can probably go to their website. I'm not sure if it's stake.com or some other website. You can go ahead and place some bets. But I'll tell you what, I think I got my bets on Nick. Nick seems to be doing really well. He seems very confident. I had a space with him a couple weeks ago. He's excited. We're excited. And we will be going ahead and live streaming that fight in the Snack Pit in the Discord, the Snack Discord. I'll be going ahead and streaming that so the whole rest of the community can go ahead and hang out with us and have a good time. And speaking of good time, I think it's the time to go ahead and bring in our special guest here. So, Will, if we can, let's go ahead and start bringing in our good friend, SonOfABitcoin. SonOfABitcoin, it's good to have you here. How are you, buddy?
What's going on, you guys? Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, we can.
Cool. Thanks for having me. Been interesting sitting in the back, hearing about this fight stuff I wasn't aware of about Snek. That's pretty cool. Yeah, man, I got a really full plate here with Nova Labs. I got a lot to talk about. So yeah, whatever you want to dive into first, I guess.
Yeah. Before we get into Nova Labs, because that's like trying to show people the atomic bomb without explaining to them how it works or why it's so interesting. Because it is. It's going to blow the back of your scalp off, understanding like what value this guy is creating and what his ideas are. I'm excited about them, but I'm a little bit biased. Because I like his work. I hold Galacticats, which is part of that. But before we get into all that stuff, SonOfABitcoin, where did your name come from? Where did you start in this crypto space? And how'd you get into developing?
Man, so it's been a couple years. I got into crypto back in like 2020. And I just wanted to make a name that was catchy and kind of funny. The reason I picked SonOfABitcoin because I thought it was funny because at the time, well, I think even still now on Twitter, like if I'm in a space, it's like it cuts off after the B, so you don't know what it says. So every time people let me up, they're like super like they don't want to say my name and they have to click on my profile, and it makes a lot of people actually click. And then a lot of people tell me they like my name in Discord. A lot of people remember it. So I thought it was a good name. But yeah, I started.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I started a while ago, and I got Cardano, fell down the rabbit hole. I found that I wanted to build a project, but I didn't have the people. Really, this was like about 2 years ago when I started getting into building what this is now. I didn't have the connections that I have today. I didn't have like the connections with artists, developers. A lot of things weren't available yet. Like 2 years ago, there was no icon. You know, a lot of these great builders weren't here yet. You know, there wasn't as easy open source stuff out there that I knew about. And so I ended up going to school because I didn't find the results I wanted when I went to places like Fiverr or Upwork. And these places, whether they thought I was a scammer because I mentioned NFTs or because, or maybe, you know, they didn't want to get involved, or, you know, a lot of people didn't understand crypto, or so it was challenging. But anyway, so it's what really encouraged me to make the project that we have now and build what we build now, and everything we do really is about networking. So yeah, I mean, it's really led me down the path. You know, I had to go to school. I learned how to do the full stack web development stuff. It led me to understand a lot about just development when it comes to like just the MERN stack, JavaScript, web dev stuff. But it helped me in a good way. Whereas like I could really pick up on certain things, like the pre-audited smart contracts, things that you can easily plug in. So it's really helped me save money. I'm not the greatest dev, and I know that. So what I do is I know great devs. We're a networking project, so we have great connections. And you know, I'd honestly rather just hire somebody who's better than I am. But the perks still of knowing what I know and everything is I get to save a lot of money when it comes to front end stuff. You know, because I play around with that. I feel really confident doing stuff like that. And I never really get gypped, you know, like
you know what your money's gonna get you, right?
Yeah, like I know what it's worth, you know, like I'm kind of like, well, it doesn't really cost that, you know, I kind of know what that takes. Or
Can I bridge off of that real quick? Can I ask you? So I love the fact that you said, here's something that I see that I want to do, or I see that there's a problem with, and shoot, I don't know this language, so I'm gonna buckle down and I'm just gonna do it, right? I love that, because that's a mentality that puts you in the driver's seat in life. It's like, regardless of what it is, if you want to make a change for it, and then recognizing it's all right, well, maybe there are some aspects of this that there are people that are better than me, but then capitalizing on that, and we're going to talk about it maybe in a little bit, but you know, you're building a network and you're networking, and so why not, while you're doing that, basically, you know, feed yourself. It's like, all right, well, if I'm already doing this, why not spin something up? But before we get into that, I want to say Cardano, though, right? You were already on Cardano before you went back and decided you wanted to get into coding and to be a developer. And so why would you stay on Cardano? You're like, this makes sense, or it'd be easier with what I'm learning to work on some other chain. What was the decision there to stay in Cardano? Is it easier? Is it harder? Like, people say it's hard to work in Haskell. It's hard to develop stuff on the layer 1 level for Cardano. It's anticlimactic, or it's not worth the time. Is that true?
No, not anymore. At one point, I think it was really, really difficult, and you know, it was very limiting in terms of like the programming languages that you could use to develop like dApps and things like that. Whereas now, it's become a lot easier. And like I had said earlier about like pre-audited smart contracts and stuff, we have cool things like Mesh and things where I can just go in and you know, copy paste, go on my terminal, copy a couple directions, and boom, I got a Connect wallet, or you know, I got a marketplace set up. Like it's
cool.
become very easy now to do things on Cardano.
That's wild. Sorry to jump back in again, but it's like, I mean, I'm so out of it, dude. It's like I haven't tapped into that layer, because again, I'm like, if I can work with a cool guy like SonOfABitcoin who has the idea and understands what it'll take to get there realistically, then what can I add as value, as supplemental to that? So I just haven't gone down that pipeline. But that being said, would you mind if we kind of, if I had Fidgety over here take the wheel real quick and go through some of the stuff that you're working on, starting maybe with Nova Labs, and look, take a look at the website, and then maybe talk through that. And you can ask some questions. You can kind of enlighten us
Yeah,
on this path you've been on.
Let's do it. All right. Let's do it. Son of a Bitcoin. Let's go, my friend. All right. So we're checking out novalab.app. You can go ahead, check out the website, novalab.app. You can see at the very beginning, we have a welcome here. We believe that networking is the greatest way to grow and cultivate your brand. Nova Labs focus is on helping startups making connections and building innovative solutions to help push the space forward. So if you're, currently, doing spaces, doing all this live stream stuff like that, you're building connections with people. This is something that may interest you. And the first thing that I noticed when we hopped into the website was this magical bag. What's with the bag?
That's the ecosystem. That's Nova Ecosystems token. Nova. Yeah, that's what really powers our applications and things like that for the most part. We try to really incorporate Nova in just about everything we do. Not everything that we do, I guess, incorporates Nova, but just about. We try to do it as much as possible to really kind of have that, be the fuel for the ecosystem.
So you're saying that Nova is your current native token, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let me go ahead and pull up the chart real quick for the Nova. So Nova, you guys are doing pretty good right now. Let's see over here. Let me go ahead and spread it out real good. So yeah, no, the charts look pretty healthy right now. You got about 373 holders right now. There's going to be a lot of things that you guys are building at the moment. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of updates you want to share with us, and I'm really excited to have that. I think this is the type of project you want to go ahead and build in this ecosystem, because the thing about networking is such a powerful tool, and people don't really realize how powerful it can be. So let me go back to the Nova Labs website over here real quick, so you can see that you have the Galactic Cats with their NFT, and then you got ShuffleBots. For those who know about ShuffleBots, I actually did purchase an NFT back then. You guys are going ahead and taking over ShuffleBots right now, correct?
Yeah. Yep. Ada Shuffle had come to us like one of the many projects. It's come to us looking for help, looking for devs, things like that. And so we got into it a little bit with them. These guys were kind of tired. They were in a tough spot. They didn't really know where to turn, and they'd kind of been taken advantage of here and there, different development things, and they were just like, look, if you guys have the devs that can do it for us and you're sure you can do it, I think they just felt more comfortable kind of handing it over than I guess risking us not being able to get it right and them spending the last of the funds and then the project going down and it being their fault. So they, we're confident in our developers and stuff, and we said, okay, we'll acquire it from you guys. It wasn't like a buyout or anything like that. They kind of handed us the project, the socials, and everything like that. So we've taken it over as a part of the Nova Labs. Yeah.
You see, I like that a lot though, because I did use ShuffleBots before it was handed to you guys. When I got on the website, I was actually kind of like doing a little bets here and there. You could like choose red or black and stuff like that. Put in as much ADA as you want, see what you get back. And I liked it. It's a really good product. And knowing that you went on ahead and you're taking over this project and helping them out, I mean, this is a pretty big deal. Me as a typical DJ, I like to gamble here and there, and knowing that my assets and my finances are kind of going to like a little gambling system where I can know who's the person behind, affiliated with this project, I feel more at ease because I know that I have that trust with you. Because I mean, we go back and forth. We've been talking back and forth in several different spaces, and something like this really, it reassures me in more ways than one. So I'm really glad you guys are taking this for sure to like the next step. And you guys got block jobs here. Me personally, I don't know much. I've been hearing about Raiders and stuff like that. Can you give me a little TDLR about Raiders?
Yeah, so there's a lot in that little photo. There's a lot, right? There's Raiders, block jobs, there's the ShuffleBots. That's 3 platforms and 2 projects in that one picture. Raiders is going to be massive for our token, for Nova token. It's going to be a raid to earn platform. You'll be able to create raids with your Nova tokens, and other users will be able to just go on our site and raid those tweets. It doesn't like cost anything to raid. You just kind of engage with the tweets and verify that you did so, and you earn these off-chain tokens. You can take those off-chain tokens and cash it in for ADA. So it's like a raid to earn system. It's going to be open for everybody to use. We think it's going to do really well, and we think it's going to really
bullish.
Yeah.
Can I jump in? Because now obviously there's been some stuff that's come out between now and then, and we have some raid guilds and platforms that are around, maybe just for some communities, or haven't really like leaked over and been collaborative with other projects as like a subscription service, or maybe they have, but we won't get into any of that. It's more just like, I remember now with like, it's like streamlining all the technology that's getting easier at once, right? It's like, it's easier to code and to write, right? It's easier to develop here. So we now have mobile wallets that you can actually interact with the chain and do things from your phone, and it's pretty quick, generally speaking, and they work. Like Vesper, I just use it. I don't use anything else. I don't even have to bring my iPad or my laptop. Like, I just can do everything from my phone now. What I love about that is that like now I could favorite the browser like I did in my Phantom wallet 2 years ago when I was rocking Radcats, and I would engage with their ecosystem, and I would engage with like rating a post, and I would get my Rad token, and it was very easy, and it was right there, and it was in my wallet, and I could cash it out if I wanted to. And that was all from the Phantom app. And now we can do that from Vesper or from, Typhon or whatever wallet is really seamless with that kind of stuff. I just basically use Vesper Eternal as a web browser extension, but that's exciting. I think that's really bullish because it's all right there. Like, you don't even have to make the wallet app or a dApp. You could just say, hey, access the website, favorite it, and now you can raid right from your wallet while you're trading and stuff like that.
If one of you guys is in the Discord, I posted like a little demo that we released in the chat where you posted the link for me to jump in this evening. If you want to pop in there and click it, you can kind of see like how it looks.
Let's run through it. We can if you want to share your screen, Fidgety, if you're good with it, but if you want to drive some of the Bitcoin, that way you can explain it as you go through the screen share.
There it is right there.
Yeah, give me one sec. I got you. Hold on.
Yeah, just click play on that one video, and it'll show you kind of like the interaction. There it is. Perfect. So it's a very basic, like a bare bones UI. It's very straightforward. There's no like gamification to it or anything like that. I mean, we think it'll do really well just because it's very like, you raid, earn, you get ADA. There's no like raiding to get, you might get, or you get something that's a raffle ticket that you might like. There's none of that. It's very direct. And we think it's going to be very impactful for the degens as well, because a lot of people, I think, are going to use it just because it's going to be wide open, and it's pretty much like free ADA. I mean, if you're going in and you just wake up in the morning and check out the website and do some raids and collect that off-chain token and then cash it in.
It's certainly a great. Sorry, Fidgety. Just real
you're
quick.
good.
So,
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's certainly a great thing to have incentives, because ultimately we understand that communities can be sticky, communities can be large, but the larger they get, the harder it is to coordinate, right? I always would talk on both sides of the coin with regard to like, hey, let's be like, people used to talk red flags. Remember the red flag posts, all the time, the influencers or the KOLs, as we call them now. I think that's what we call them now because they don't want to be called influencers because Kim Kardashian's not cool anymore. I don't know. I just want to sound like a boomer for a second. But ultimately,
you always like, the thing is like, before we move on to the next, like the thing is, right, is, I don't know, for me, I've always looked at things and said, how is this project getting this type of engagement? how they've only tweeted 1 or 2 times, like I'm talking on other ecosystems and things. And then I've slowly, I figure out that they're using different tools and stuff like that. When you use something like this, you can really get good engagement from the crowd that you're looking for it from. Like, so if you're on Cardano and you're looking to earn Cardano, like, and you're making those raids, the people who created the raids are looking for, like, they're trying to get a boost in that ecosystem. More than likely they're a startup, or they're trying to get some exposure, and they're on Cardano. So you're getting like the views from the culture that like you want to get the views from. And I think that's really important too.
It looks good for everybody, doesn't it?
Yeah,
like you said that you kept mentioning other chains. That's the thing. Hey, Taz left. We're not going to really get into that, but I remember when Taz was bumping to 20K floor, right? People were shutting up because the money was trickling down. All of a sudden it was like, if you were around like I was, and I called it the mini bull bubble. I was like, which project can I sell next? Because I had so many positions, and the money just kept moving around, trickling. And so it's similar also to Snek wanting to get a T1 listing. The reality is we need more volume, and we're at a deficit because we're trading under $1. So it doesn't look great for us. So we need more followers, we need more numbers, we need more engagement. And so what does this do? What does Ethereum do? Ethereum looks like it's busy when there may be 5 people throwing shit at each other, right? But because they have tools that make the analytics look better, it's the same thing that Web 2 companies do, but we're doing it with real people here. They fake the numbers so that way their quarterly reports will look better, right? Twitter getting new ownership kind of demystified a lot of that stuff because of the transparency. I'm going on a tangent here, but what I mean to say is it looks good for the Cardano ecosystem the more any project can coordinate their people and can coordinate their engagement. And so this is a rising tide type situation, a rising tide type application, which kind of leads us into the next thing within your ecosystem, which is block jobs. And I mean, if you could just define both words, block jobs, I think you can understand what we're thinking about here, but I'd love to hear what your thought is behind it and what your vision is for it.
Yeah. So block jobs is remote blockchain opportunity platform. It's not, exclusive to Cardano only. It's more of just like a Web3 thing in general. And it's meant to connect everyone. This is what this was the first thing we started working on. And it's, we've been working on it for some time now. Like I said earlier, it really sparked from when I went to start a project and I had all these bad experiences on these platforms trying to, find what I needed, and just having issues finding developers and things like that, when I could have been looking, to my left and my right, to the people within the spaces and the people that I was getting to know, everybody, you click on their bio, man, you see, artist, developer, community manager for XYZ. So we should get these people congregated somewhere and start to actually make money and grow our ecosystem from within a little bit as well, because there's just a lot of talent and skill that goes, people literally just go to Fiverr because they just know that it's just a spot they can go to find what they need, and that they can do it quick. Well, we need that here. Even for our niche, it's got to start somewhere, and then we can expand on that.
Yeah, most definitely.
People have resumes, right? Go ahead, Fidgety.
No, you're good. Before, when you were talking about how you could go ahead and earn free ADA, you just had me at free, and I wanted to say a couple minutes ago because I was like, oh, free? Okay, say no more. But yeah, no, I like what you guys are doing with the raids.
If there's no raids, then you have nothing to raid. But
True. And it's important, it's good that you're grabbing these tools and these analytics, because you're going ahead, and when you're getting these different analytics, you're targeting different audiences that go inscribed with whatever you're focusing on the particular topic. So I do have the block jobs ads handle right over here, the homepage at the moment. So over here, you can check it out at blockjobs_app. a Web3 opportunity platform empowering and connecting creators. You can go ahead and check it out. You see that they're hiring a senior software engineer. I guess not only will you be able to find jobs there, but you can also post jobs there. Is that correct, Son of a Bitcoin?
Yeah, yeah, you'll be able to do a lot of different things. I can preview the platform a little bit for you guys today, actually, since we just finished pushing up
Sick.
a little bit of an
Yeah.
update, so I can show you guys.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, let's do that right now. I'll go ahead and stop sharing my screen, and you can go ahead and share yours.
All right, cool. Can you guys see it?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're at the login screen. We decided to just go with email and Discord logins just because we didn't really want to hit anyone with the connect wallet button at the front door. We want to get people in. We want people from Web 2. We want to onboard people in the, all this stuff as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and log in with Discord because we all know what the email login stuff looks like. It's pretty easy. Just give it one moment. Maybe my computer will not work. Super slow today. So much stuff on this thing.
So that's okay, because meanwhile, while you're going ahead and doing that, just letting everybody here know that if you haven't already, we are sponsored by Sneks and Energy. If you want to go ahead and have 20% off your Sneks Energy, go ahead and use promo code Sneks On Chain for 20% off. We appreciate every single one of you guys here. Make sure you guys are liking and reposting this live stream. This is our first live stream. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far, and we'll go back to Son of a Bitcoin. So let's go.
Whoa. This is your first live stream. You guys got me on the first one? Okay.
Got you
I'm
on the
very-
first one, man. Hey, man, no pressure, man. Hey, no pressure, man.
I
you
wanted
do what
that
you gotta
juju.
do, man.
All right, so I just logged in with Discord, and what it'll do is it'll just take your Discord PFP and make it your regular PFP. I actually went in like a day ago and I edited mine to make it a Doge version of a Galacticat. And I put this job here. We're actually going to be scraping from a website that collects all the jobs that IOG posts and like a lot of the companies on Cardano. Actually, I noticed on this site posting jobs as well, and a lot of other blockchain stuff. So you're going to see this and it's going to be scraped, but right now it's not. I just posted it manually, but yeah, so this is a little bit old because we haven't like started the job scraper yet.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize for my son in the background.
No,
just
you're
yelling,
fine.
but,
You're totally fine, man.
yeah,
You're good.
the front screen is fairly bare bones at the moment, but you got your recent, your popular jobs based off views and applications and whatnot. This is the Deep Jobs channel. There's also, you can click your network here and explore and then go to your own network. Here there's not many profiles, but we can check out this one that I made just the other day to show you guys. So here's just one that I made. You can do things like message. This was the other day, GM, GM, this is real-time messaging. It works just fine. So that, just a lot of basic stuff. You got to have messaging. You're trying to connect.
I love it.
Your social.
Yeah, let me jump in real quick while you're going through this. It's like, think about it this way. This is a pretty great MVP already, but you're not reinventing the wheel. I think that's what's brilliant here. A lot of us have noticed, all right, when people are making Web 3 games, for instance, right? Remember pay to earn games? They were really hyped. They're still around, and some projects actually were able to fulfill on their promises, but these guys were not making anything new, right? In essence, the Web3 games were like mobile game quality games, but it took lots of money and lots of work because they're trying to reinvent the wheel in some senses. Those are the guys that it didn't work out for. But here it's like, you don't need to reinvent anything. It's like, what are the basics that people need? And really the fundamental thing that makes me so bullish and excited about block jobs is the fact that, working through LinkedIn, you can find people and you can find articles and you can, find crypto related stuff. But here it's almost like you already have the shorthand. You already know that you're not going to have to use like terms. You're not going to have to use industry terms. Like, you don't have to change everything into like biz dev, alphabet soup. You can put in your resume. I was a CM for Chilled Kongs. I was a CM for this project. I was head mod for that project. I was a developer for this much time on this. And it's all going to be already readily available. And then people can just send you messages or add you to their network, and you can add references. I mean, it's very simple. And sometimes the most necessary and vital things to push our space forward are very simple. So I'm stoked that it's simple. I'm just wondering when dark mode, bro. My eyes are
when dark
burning
mode
right
and,
I know.
yeah, here's another thing too. So out of all the spaces that I've done so far, I mean, we did a space before with the Circle, Cardano Circle, which is like a social fi. So, you know, if you go to like Facebook, you go to like different social media places, you know, they have like a place where you can go ahead and like, you know, apply for different positions and stuff. So seeing that you're doing this, it's like a LinkedIn Web3 version where you can go ahead for references and you can go ahead and put your experiences from date to date, which is a really big thing. We definitely need that. Also having like the power of Web3 social media intertwined with this. I mean, this is something I can definitely see what's going on for the future, like intertwined and melting up really, really well. So I like what you're building here, man. That's really, really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, this is very early for block jobs as well. Like, there's you know, there's minimal styling right now, so it's not like super pretty. Everything just kind of, you know, just kind of works. And where actually there's a lot more stuff that we'd like to add in the short term. We're gonna have a nice, cool Discord bot that's gonna post every new job that gets posted on the timeline. If you're a premium user, and all the scrape jobs that we scrape, that'll get included with the Discord bot, so people will just be able to invite it to their Discord and select the channel they want it to post in, and you know, you'll see all these cool niche opportunities, and you'll be able to kind of provide that to your community. So be able to kind of just click the links and yeah.
So it's kind of like another example of, you know, it requires a little bit of centralization in order to be able to help the system, right? And so, by the way, thank you for 200 live viewers. We really appreciate the support. This was a stealth launch. It's our first show. We're working out the kinks, but this is our MVP. We're really stoked to have a legend helping us to produce this spot. Just going to take a moment to reset the room and say, welcome. Hit the like button. Share this out. Say what's up. If you've got questions, we got one question so far that has been fed through to us. And so we'll get to some of those questions. But ultimately, we're excited. We're excited to have SonOfABitcoin here, along with myself, Swaggins Swiggity, and Fidgety Beast. But again, we have a legend behind the screen. We've got Will, our producer, really excited for the potential here to grow this and to provide more opportunity for creators of all kinds in this space to do more. And so, again, we really like the fact that we have this time with you to talk about these opportunities and talk about centralizing a little bit of what's going on to kind of help people to get what they need to build whatever they're trying to build on chain. So we're all about that here. Rising tides is usually our slogan. And so with something like block jobs, even Raiders, you know, Nova Labs with what they're doing, you know, helping support other projects like, was it Ada Shuffle? Is it or Shufflebot? It's very cool to see what you guys are doing. Thanks again for coming through with us today. Before we move on, do we want to take a few questions, Fidgety? I think we have one right now from Adel. Is it Ada Lex 911? Before we get to your question, Ada Lex 911, I gotta shout out Zachy C. Is that right? Zachy C.
Zachy C. Yeah, he makes shirts like this too. Him and Damage Boost Dave actually makes neck shirts.
Yeah, let's go. So Zachy C, within, I think through our first podcast on X, he DM'd us and he was like, when are you guys going to do live video? And I was like, I'll get back to you, my guy. And I basically, I went to Fidgety and we chatted about it. I'd always kind of like been like, in my mind, I think it's better to do this. I don't have a problem showing my face. Do you, Fidgety? No. I mean, come on, look at that chiseled jaw. Look at that perfect that perfect 5 o'clock shadow, you know? Anyways, enough about that. But we're here, man. And so shout out to you. We did it. You were like, hey, you guys gonna do it? We're here doing it. So I wanted to say what's good to you. T-shirts look dope. Keep doing your thing, and we'll keep doing ours.
Yep, appreciate you guys. I appreciate the Snack community, and also again, thank you for 200 live viewers right now. Just keep the questions coming. Keep a lot of good questions going on for SonOfABitcoin here. I'm pretty sure he's more than happy to go ahead and answer these questions for you. If you want to know more, just go ahead and make sure you're following him. SonOfABitcoin. I think we can go ahead and post some of its links somewhere. I think it's Twitter's.
I see someone asked a question. They said, who is paying for the rewards for engagement with raiders? I assume that's what you mean. So that would be the people who create the raids. They create the raid with Nova token. So you'd have to actually spend Nova to create that raid. When that happens on the back end, there's a swap. Your Nova gets swapped with ADA after you pay for the raid to be created. That ADA sits in a pool on the back end waiting for the raiders to raid and then claim from that pool. So that's really how it works. You're earning from the people who are creating the raids, and it's really fractionalized into these off-chain tokens. Just to answer that question before we move on.
Yeah, no doubt. That's what we wanted to get to. Adalex, thanks for the question. So in essence, that feeds the ecosystem, right? So people, if you're a project, you would basically allocate some funding to get yourself some Nova, and then basically use that Nova to support your marketing, which is awesome if you think about it, because it's like, all right, give me a solution, right? If I want to do it myself, there's a million ways to do it. You could bring an advisor, and I've been an advisor. I've been a part because we want to use the Nova Raid platform in order to be able to help to market our product before we mint and stuff like that, or after we mint, or at any point in the process. It's really great to have options like that, and free markets usually do well as a result, because you have guys like this that are like, hey, let's do it, and then people that are holding. So how does that affect? How does that pour back into? We didn't talk about Galacticats, right? So to kind of sloppily transition a little bit into Galacticats and Yarn, I think it is. So what's going on there with your cat NFTs? And
before we do that, can I let me screen share real quick too, so that way, because I'm gonna pull up the I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the NFTs real quick. So I'll start with the Galacticats here.
Yeah, sorry that we have so much stuff. Like, I don't think we can don't one stream between everything we have with the whales, the cats, the platform.
Yeah. Oh, so
I wouldn't even apologize. You're building and building and building. I mean, you're doing a lot here, and that's what we need. We need more construction going on, so things are being more built, and then more people can go ahead and find more jobs to do, so they can go ahead and participate in the ecosystem. So don't ever apologize because you think you got a lot of stuff going on. Just know that there's a lot for a lot more people to come into the ecosystem and find something that they enjoy because of what you built. So
yeah, hey Fidgety, real quick, I have to unburden myself. I know it's not Sunday, and I know you're not a priest, but I need to tell everybody something. I haven't been honest with you, totally honest. Anyways, I technically am an advisor for block jobs, and so therefore you just need to know that, so you can be like, all right, well, he was fake bullish. No, this isn't fake bullish. I can't be fake bullish. especially on Snek Energy, there's a little ingredient in there that nobody knows about. It's called mescaline. I'm just kidding. I totally scratched that. I couldn't even finish that out. But anyways, I was gonna say that I can't lie. You can't lie when you drink Snek Energy. That's why it's so magical. That's why it's blue. It's delicious. Whatever. But anyways, yeah, I'm an advisor, and so for the Block Jobs format, so I know a lot of the stuff that I've been asking questions about. I am really bullish about what it can provide, and I have thought to myself, watching Son of a Bitcoin cook, this man has way too much shit going on, but you just got to believe. And I did. I said, you know what? This man, he's cooking. He knows when he wants to simmer those onions. He knows when he wants to throw the meat in. He knows when he needs to pour the sauce on top. And he knows when he needs to brown the meat. And so this is where we're at. And so trust that this man may be apologizing for having so much going on, but you don't need to worry about it. And it's all really good. It's like free ice cream night. I just can't wait. I just can't wait for more. What scoop am I going to get next? So without further ado, sorry, but let's keep going with it because we are at the top of the hour and we've got probably about 15 more minutes left before we close this one out.
Yep, let's do it.
So yeah, the Galactic Cats are my pride and joy. My very first, well, the yarn, I guess, for the first collection being the alpha passes for the cats, but this was the beginning for me. And I'm a cat person. I love cats, and that's really just why I chose cats as a character. I really love the art. We took us a long time to get the art right. We went through 3 to 4 different generations, different traits, different body shapes, tweaking the shadows and small details. We finally got it to where we want it. Even still, we like to, think about what we could tweak with SIP 68 and whatnot. But here's the cats. Is listings are going down, floor prices creeping. I think people are starting to see what we're doing with Nova Labs. The cats still will be able to get premium access on Block Jobs just through logging in and having that holder roll through Discord, which is pretty cool. As well as the cats will also be able to earn Nova token. That's going to be happening shortly after we roll out Raiders. We don't really want to open staking right away, but we think that it'll be better after Raiders when the price of Nova is probably doing a little bit better and there's more of a reason and utility behind the token and to use it. So that's our strategy with that. We really want to keep that healthy, but for the most part, we got a lot of supporters and we've done really well with Galactic Cats. Tons of stuff going on. We're going cross chain actually as well, doing a small collection on Doge. I'm a big UTXO guy. Like I said, we've built a big network, and we've kind of found ourselves networking with a lot of people over on Dogenals, which is a brand new ecosystem, maybe a year old, as far as DRC20 and Dogenals go. So we're just trying to get all of our holders there, since I'm so interested in it. I'd like to bring the Galactic Cats community with me. So we're going to be just giving everyone free cats. You have to hold 4 Galactic Cats to get a free Doge cat, but it will be free if you hold 4. And then if you hold a yarn, you'll be able to get a free Doge cat as well, which is kind of like the same deal we did with the first collection. If you held a yarn, you got a free cat. If you hold a yarn, you get another free cat, this time on Doge, all different traits. So yeah.
Sweet.
So I got the, so here's the all the Galactic Cats, the NFTs. They look very nice, very clean, very crisp. And then here is the Galactic Yarn that Son of a Bitcoin was talking about. So there's different variations of them. I know I have the golden one, and I bought the golden one. How much was it before? If I'm not mistaken, like 600 or 800 or something. I was like, I want it. Like I already know who's behind the project. I want it, so I got it. So I still have it with me to this very day. But you can go ahead and you can get these. Floors going on for 160, and if you like the Galactic Cats, they're going for 45 ADA on the floor. I mean, that's just let's see how much is that.
I've accumulated a few myself. I do like the art too. Honestly, I've been in Cardano now for a little over 3 years. I've seen a lot of cat projects come and go, and I've never really been interested. And this is the first time that I've been like, all right, not only like it's like, all right, you're buying to support your homies, you're buying to support, you know, something that you're working on. That's usually what I do anyways as an advisor. If I'm, you know, if I'm a part of it, I'm a part of it to a degree, but like there's a lot of cool traits in this collection. They're clean. And they've actually updated some of the traits too along the way. And so it's been really dope to kind of see those things.
The laser eyes right there. That's an update down below. We just updated those. That was cool. But yeah. I had to make the cat a different body type than everything else that I've seen. But yeah, I'm in love with them, man. I think they're great PFPs, and we're really focusing on the culture now and everything, trying to, you know, build a strong community and see more of these PFPs.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, so basically, well, let's wrap things up a little bit. We've had you for a while. We really appreciate your time, my friend. So before we let you out and then we do our closing, is there anything else that you'd like to share? Is there what's coming next, and how can people engage with your project and your ecosystem?
So one thing I just like to always say before I go is if you're listening, if you're watching this, and you find that you want to be involved in some of these projects, or you see people on Twitter Spaces, or you're in the Discords or Telegrams, wherever you are, if you got any skills, talents, even just, you know, think you could be a community manager, moderator, just roll through to our Discord. And just kind of post up in the skills section, or keep an eye on the job opportunity section. We have tons of people that, you know, find jobs in our Discord that I don't even realize. A lot of people that I make the connections for myself. Soon, Block Jobs will do that for us. You'll be able to just go on Block Jobs. It's not out yet, but I just encourage everyone to just come to the Discord if you're trying to be a part of something in the ecosystem, or if you're looking for work. Because we, believe it or not, we have found, you know, 30 plus people jobs in the ecosystem. A lot of people that will vouch for that. And another thing is, you know, the projects underneath Nova Labs have never been in a better position than they are now when it comes to development, and the platforms that we have in development, with Raiders on the cusp of release, with Block Jobs on the cusp of release. You know, the art revamp for the Ada Shuffle project is kind of a whole revamp that's doing really well. You know, we're in a great spot. You know, things might be shaky on Cardano or whatever, but we're feeling good. We got a lot of ammunition, a lot of stuff to put out soon. And we want to just really grow the culture and see more of these cat PFPs out there. So thank you guys for having me on. I really appreciate you letting me kind of spill the beans, or show you guys what's going on with us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time, man. And we'll have to have you on again. I just know that you've been working towards this part, and I was like, what better way? Like, it's time. Let's like let some more people know about it, because it's like you kind of want to keep it a secret for a little while, because you're like, this is just great. I mean, but that's what's going on across the board. The more that Fidgety and I do shows and talk to people like Nuvola and Circle and Sneckies, and so it's like it's across the board. It's like you get SocialFi, you got DPIN aggregators, you got you got mining NFT projects. It's like there's so much still going on. Volume is not a good indicator right now for whether or not you should pay attention. I think that we've all known that in a bear market, it's an accumulation market, it's a positions market, and so even if you're over leveraged like I am in a lot of NFT projects, you can still find ways to be able to keep your eyes on what's going on. And so the way you're not surprised when you're like, all right, well, I had a really long window of opportunity. Like, that's what's great about right now. It sucks it takes 3 months, but it's also great it takes 3 months, because that makes you, 3 months is just a random number I'm pulling up, by the way. But it's like you get that time to think about it. If you were here for the bull market, if you were thinking about anything, even an asset in the secondary, you're like, oh, that one looks cool. The time it took you to think, oh, that one looks cool, it was gone 16 times. Someone bought and sold it, right? So it's like, this is really a great time to learn about things like this, and also the value that comes from it, because we're going to standardize our understanding of some things. We know what community managers are, moderators are. It's going to help people to really put words to that. And really to be able to say, oh, I have done that, or this is how I can do the job. Or when new people come in to create a project and they want to hire people, they know how to hire, who they're hiring. and they know who they need, and they know what their expectations are on both ends. There's a lot of times where I think things are strained on project teams because they don't really know who does what, and it's not clearly defined. And so this might just help that. So thank you to this wizard, son of a Bitcoin. Thanks for everything that you're doing. We wish you the most success, and we hope to talk to you again soon. Cheers, my friend.
For sure, man. And make sure to keep an eye out for us at Rare Evo. If any of you guys watching are going to Rare Evo, keep an eye out for the Block Jobs booth. You know, we'll be there. And yeah, thank you guys again for having me. There's nothing better than actually finding somebody a job in the ecosystem. It actually feels it's rewarding.
Oh yeah,
So.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to Sneks On Chain for our first live stream. Thank you so much, son of a Bitcoin. It was awesome to have you guys in here. Yeah, shout out to Swaggins and our producer. I appreciate you guys so much. And we will go ahead and we will see you next time. Make sure you guys are liking and reposting this live stream so you can go ahead and see what we got up next. Make sure you also go to sneks.energy and get 20% off with promo code Sneks On Chain. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good day, afternoon, a good night, wherever you may be, and we will see you next time. Take care.
be easy.